Welcome to the third installment of the Game Boy Advance Controller Locked Ironman series. Here we'll be showing a lot of the boss fights we did on our way through beating a Recipe for Disaster. So I hope you enjoy your trip watching this with me. Here, starting out, we've got that old safe spot getting through Lost City. Gotta get those fairy rings unlocked. And then, the Dagannoth Mother quest. That one was a real pain navigating the menuing, switching spells to kill the Dagannoth Mother. And then we got that Diggles follow in the middle of the kill. So, but there, yep, we beat Horror from the Deep, so we were moving on through RFD there. And then Temple of Ikov, actually, that was a really fun one to do with the Game Boy, because we had to flick the boss there. We didn't quite have prayer potions yet for Herblore, so we were hurting there. But in the meantime, also with having 43 prayer after doing some blue dragons and baby blue dragons, we were able to easily do Shadow of the Storm and Icthlorin's Little Helper as well. Now here you can see some tick fishing we did. I figured out how to get a setup for tick fishing with the Game Boy Advance controller, so that was super fun. I thought you guys might enjoy seeing that 3-tick fishing. Now, of course, any Recipe for Disaster completion is going to need its monkey madness, and here you can see the boss fight. We let the gnomes take him down low and then ran in with Prey Mage on to finish him off. Now here, jumping a little bit ahead, we had to prep for Desert Treasure with Nature Imps. We went up to 5,800 and then caught Nature Imps with help from Sheepies and Inquisitribble in my chat, binding the imps. We were able to catch 219 of them, 100 more than the average you would expect to need for the 12 magic logs. We got those 12 magic logs, and then we were on to doing Desert Treasure itself. Here you can see us with our Helm of Negadisnot. Couldn't get that one on recording. We were a little bit sick with a cold, but we were able to get the Helm of Negadisnot and then go start Desert Treasure. Really easy fight here with combo eating from the Swordfish and Karambwan from the Shrimp and Parrot with Alphonse the Waiter's trade stock. And then here, cheesing Damus with the little rat blocking him from getting close to us in his tunnel. So the Game Boy not really being too much of an impedance in that fight, much more with the Dagannoth, and you'll see the Gelatinoth Mother coming up, getting really testing that control scheme. Farid here also pretty free, mostly uses that melee based attack, so you can just throw Prey Melee on and use a water based spell. This was great though. I forgot to bring any teleportation, so I had to run all the way back out of that dungeon and run back out to Alcarid. But then here we were able to beat Camel pretty easily. Camel not really too difficult. We were able to. Usually they say manual cast is a great path for these fights, but I just used auto cast and then clicked on attack. I felt that was a little easier because it kept my cursor in one location to just right click and then click attack again, then going into the spell book and using the spell. I was able to use the spell book with filters earlier when we were doing the Lost City quest, so that can be another way if you're having trouble finding your spells when you're manual casting. The filters actually work really well for that. If you're trying to do fewer inputs and easier inputs. Then Agrath Nana, really, really dangerous there. We ran right back out before fighting Flambade. Don't want to fight Flambade until we have this safe spot set up here. You can see the safe spot we used on Flambade. If you enter and re-exit this fight repeatedly, he'll get stuck somewhere. The same thing happens in the Demon Slayer quest, actually, sometimes. So you kind of just like enter and exit until he's in a place where he can't attack you, and then you can cheese the fight and get it through pretty easily. Then we skipped the Caramel kill. Caramel was the same as Camel, but dessert, we had to do some heavy eating again with those Karambwans from the Shrimp and Parrot. Using recoils also is pretty helpful for some of these end game fights. But you can see also on Agrath Nana we used green dragon hide, and then on some of these fights with magic we're actually using rune plate bodies. So like if you're not very familiar with these end game quests, they're actually like or the end game of RFD quests, it's way easier to do them with armor that doesn't match your attack style at all. because some of them have such low magic resistance. It's easier to wear rune armor or dragonhide armor and cheese them. But you can see using the Game Boy to switch around our magic spell between earth and fire and water and air there on the Gelatinoth Mother, and then more combo eating with the Swordfish and Karambwan on the Culinarromancer. And we're getting so close, almost done after all that with the Recipe for Disaster. And we got to throw a big shout out to Sheepies and Inquisiturble for hanging out through all these quests we did the last month or two. And there it is. That's the Culinarromancer down. Recipe for Disaster completed only using a Game Boy Advance to control RuneScape on this account. And then we did some Agility Pyramid and Ham Storerooms to get some money. And you can see here, not using any of those kitchen appliances. We're just going to grab the Barrows Gloves. So now the Game Boy Advance locked Ironman has Barrows Gloves. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the highlight reel there. If you really enjoyed it, feel free to jump over to Twitch and watch me at twitch.tv/TyKevin83. Or if you just like the video and you want to see more about the Game Boy Advance locked Ironman, I have an explanation video how the inputs get sent to a PC in the playlist on YouTube. So thanks for watching.